Okay. So, y'all are definitely right. The crate is not one of her favorite places to go into. Also, she has the muscular coordination of a goldfish. So, all of these things are going to play in together. Good girl. And anytime we're introducing a new object, and that new object is going to be this little platform over here to my right. And good girl, very brave girl. So I'm going to put a few treats in this hand, and I'm going to put a few treats in this hand. Good girl. And I'm going to give her one treat, two treat, another treat, and I'm going to give them one right after the other. Not multiples at a time, one right after the other, right? Dogs can't count and see how many they put in their mouth at once. So we do that for them. When we put multiple treats in their mouth, one after the other like that, that's called a jackpot reward. And dogs get the jackpot reward. Good girl, for stuff like that. Good girl. And if she wants to step down, that's okay. She's going to get a treat for stepping down too. Because this is also going to play into impulse control, right? So I'm just going to kind of scoot myself over here just a little bit more. That way I have a little bit better range of motion. Good sit. And just to let y'all know, I'm going to have a very difficult time not calling her Daisy and remembering that her name is Cookie, because she looks very, very similar to a dog that my aunt and uncle had when I was growing up named Daisy. Good girl, Cookie. And that's just another platform. It's a different texture just to make it fun. I don't know if she knows how to lay down or not, but we're about to find out. Good sit. And she looked at me there, which means she's confused, right? She's not quite sure what I'm asking. So I'm going to go slower. It's okay. A for effort. And when I'm talking about, when I mentioned having individual training time with each of the dogs, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about everyone gets cuddles for 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. I'm talking, we sit down on the floor. And if she wants to move closer to me, that's all right. If she wants to step all the way off the bed, that's cool. That's okay. She's not going to get the A for effort for pawing my hand if she had just put that. Very funny. I'm going to try not to laugh. Just like with a kid, dogs understand our laughter. It's a little puff of something. Laughing reinforces, good girl. And this treat, okay, that's fine. She's so smart. She was like, this treat's in that hand too, huh? Uh-huh. Not anymore. I'm just going to show her that this hand is empty. And anytime we're trying to coax our dog into a behavior with treats, if she puts her foot on me, that's an absolute no. I would 100% stop asking her for her foot on you at all. Don't ask for shake, don't ask for high five, don't ask for paw, any other vocabulary you may have for it. Because that, I dropped some, right? You're so funny. Good girl. We're going to get the two that are in this hand. I'm going to kind of refill that hand, and you're not going to eat them out of my hand as I'm refilling them. She can sniff them. She can lick them. She cannot take these out of my hand without me allowing it. Good girl. And she stopped begging from that hand, right? She's going to beg some more. She looked away from the treat hand entirely and looked that way towards the door because one of my other dogs made a sound. I'm just going to lure her over here. Good. Do you see how she didn't go immediately for it? She's so smart. So what I'm going to do, now that I've got her thinking, I'll toss one in there. I'll toss another one. Because that one fell out of the out of one of the slats on the side. I saw it. Good girl. Good girl. Very good. That's okay. I'm asking for, because she knows there's one on the ground over there that she cannot get to, she's conflicted, right? So because I know that you will get up there willingly, now I'm going to ask you for a little bit more. And I'm going to ask you to sit. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. And now you may get off. And notice she sat and stayed up there. Come on. That's that impulse control, right? She looked at me. I'm just going to let her go find that one. There is no trickery here. There's 2 in there, right? She saw the treats go in. That's okay. If she doesn't want to pay attention to me or the food lure, it's fine. Because what is she eventually going to come back to? Is me and this food. I have them. Let's go. I have one of my plastic tubes up in that chair over there that you can't see. It's off of, yeah, what's up? Oh, good girl. Good girl. We're going jackpot for that, right? I'm looking at her nose. I'm not staring directly at her eyeballs. And notice my nice relaxed posture here. I'm slouching, mega slouching. If I'm sitting upright and presenting myself, straightening my body up, she hears my dogs. It's no big deal, right? I'm not going to try to get her attention avidly because I really don't care. She's very nonchalant, right? If we really want her attention, we can't let her know that. What's up? Hi, pretty girl. That's okay. I'm just going to kind of move myself around and act like I'm walking away from her, right? Just kind of doodle around over here. Notice I have my handy dandy fanny pack. It is always full of treats. I keep jars of treats all over my house. And notice I really didn't go far. I just kind of repositioned myself. Hey, what's up? No, not for you. She thinks that there is some form of trickery or bribery here to go in that crate. I'm going to move away from it, right? There's no trick here. 0% trick. She came to me, right, when I moved away from the crate. Totally fine. No pressure, right? Throw one over there. Just because I throw one doesn't mean you have to go to the crate. Throw one over there. Oh, one under there. We're going to have to forget about that one too, right? Oh, good girl. And I'm going to verbally reward that from all the way over here. Good girl, Cookie. And she's going to come right back out. Good girl. And she's going to get a jackpot reward for that. Good girl. That is my dog Scooby-Doo running out of my house, most likely for the deer. Pretty cool, right? I'm going to throw a couple more in. Show her. Good girl. See, that time she understood that there's no real trickery here. You get to go in the crate, you get to come right back out, right? No one cares. I'm not going to throw you in there and trap you up in there. This is not my goal. Whoops. Her foot's on it. Yeah, there you go. That's okay. Notice if she's not already looking at me, I'm not saying words to her, right? I'm using more lures rather than language, because in the infamous words of one of my favorite horse trainers that I've had, he don't speak English, she don't speak English, they don't speak English, right? Great girl. Luring is infinitely more effective than speaking. Just like hand signals are more effective than verbal cues. All right? And if I lose her focus, that's okay. I got her back, right? I threw like 4 of them in there. Yes, I blocked the windowsill, didn't I? Not a problem. Oh, you shut the door on yourself. Wonder why I have you in this room. If she likes jumping on the door to try to escape, make that goal impossible. She likes putting her feet on me. She likes putting her feet on people, right? I'm not going to trap you in there. I'm going to throw one over there, kind of like in the vicinity. How about right there? There you go. We're nervous of the crate. That's okay. And really the main thing that I've noticed about her in general is that she lacks a little bit of confidence. That's okay. She's a little bit nervous. I have anxiety. Totally fine. See how she thought that my hand was going towards the crate and she stopped, and then she realized I was going over here to the platform? Excellent. I'm not going to redirect. I'm not going to call her to me. I'm going to throw a few more in there. A handful of them in there. I'm just going to watch. So she stopped eating the treats when I latched the door and is more focused on wanting to get out. Okay. If she barks at me, I'm going to turn my whole head away from her, giving her... I'll turn my whole body away from her. If she wants to continue to bark at me, I'll leave the room. Only when she is quiet does she even get an acknowledgement from me. Just wants to come out. Okay. We don't care about the trees. She's sitting. Not anymore. sit is mandatory. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. We can't come out of the crate like a bat out of hell. Okay? Because that just sets us up for failure. If a dog is coming in and out of doorways, in and out of their crate, good girl. Like you just open the door to an amusement park and they're a kid, right? If they come flying out of that door, through that doorway, nah, we don't do that. That is uncontrolled and that is chaotic. That's good. We don't do chaotic. We're going to throw a treat away. That's good. She's distracted. It's all right. Give her a second to think about her life. Good girl. Good girl. Put one up there. Make it easy for you. Put another one up there. You see how a second ago, earlier, she was more confident about getting up, good girl, on this thing before we started messing with the crate? Come on. Good girl. And it's important to make sure we're using our hand to lure as well as throwing the treats on the ground, because we can't just throw the treats on the ground all the time, especially when we get to leash walking, right? We can't just be throwing treats all over the ground, because that defeats the purpose of asking the dog to be able to look at us and make eye contact. If the dog is uninterested, pull the reward away from their face. Don't just be waving it in front of their face, right? And we don't ever make a dog pay attention. Just like you can't make a person pay attention, you can't make a dog pay attention. And the reason I'm not going to put any more on the ground right now is because treats come from me, not the floor. I have a very strict no dogs in my kitchen policy. We're learning about invisible barriers. She hates them. An invisible barrier just means there is a threshold, and that's the barrier. I keep a baby gate at it just to reinforce it if I'm not necessarily paying attention. Yeah, you can't get to that windowsill. That's another rule. No feet on any surface. Hi. Yeah, treats come from me, right? Good girl. Good girl. Are you done? Have I lost your focus? If I have, that's okay. It's okay. I'm going to bring my hand closer to her and just open palm offer the treat, just to let her, just to show her I'm not trying to lure you into the crate. I just want you to follow my hand onto the bed right here, which is near the crate, but the crate is not the objective. Can you open the platform? Good girl. I'm going to bring it closer to her nose. I'm going to open my hand over here because you're smart. Good girl. Good girl. That's okay. She wants to get off of there. It's totally fine. I really would have preferred that she stayed. That's okay. Good girl. You don't get things for free in this house, okay? Empty hand. If you don't want to work for it, the treats go away. I'm never going to pressure you to work, all right? So I'm never going to make you do it. If you want to do it, you can. If you want to earn the treat, you can earn the treat. Come on. That's okay. Good girl. Good girl. I'm going to look at her. I'm going to smile. I'm going to tell her she's a good girl. Verbal reinforcement, right? I'm going to lean further this way so I can get a better angle and lure her. There we go, more straight up onto that. That's okay. That's it. Good girl. That's okay. What do you think about this? We'll work on that more. See, that's okay. That's okay. Keep sessions short like this, right? Because as you can see, the longer we work, the more distracted she's getting. That's okay. You can't go from teaching addition and subtraction to teaching like calculus. You can't expect a dog to focus all of a sudden just like that, or just because you have treats in your hand. And if she would rather leave the room than have me pet her, that's okay. I'd like to pet you though. Did you just poop? Did you just poop? Do you like this voice? Yes, you do. My dogs like this voice too. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's a very good girl. Thank you. Thank you. Because I am inviting her into my space, I'm going to allow defeat. Because she's not jumping on me either. She walked up into my space. Right? It's all about what I say goes and what I say doesn't. You're a good girl. Yes, we can go hang out with your new friends now. Yes, we can. We can. Yes, we can. You want to get up here one more time? No, that's okay. Totally fine. Dog says when we end the session. That's all right.